Good evening folks, 21st Century Caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. So today I'll be comparing two rather similar products from two different companies. Now both companies are well known and respected, and I purchased both of these products at a similar price. However, it's fair to say from the off that the Maxpedition, the smaller one, is normally a lot more expensive. However, I did purchase this when it was on special offer. So straight off the bat then, there is a size difference. So the Maxpedition is the smaller one and the larger one is the OneTigris. In terms of the actual measurements, etc., we'll discuss those in a bit. So when I say they're similar, I mean it should be quite clear from the off really that these styles are, they're basically large bum bags or butt packs, fanny packs as they're known in America. So in terms of comparing stuff then, I'm not going to go into the absolute minutiae. I'm just going to give you sort of a general overview, and we're going to start by talking about the clips. So basically then, the main compartment for both of these is secured by heavy duty straps and buckles which form part of the handle. Now in both of these products the clips do appear very strong and durable, but it has to be said that the Maxpedition does appear to be more robust and therefore presumably stronger. Now both of these products have good zips, they're both heavy duty zips which enable you to access the three main compartments. They both appear to be strong and durable, but I think it's fair to say that the zips on the Maxpedition product do appear to be more robust and once again presumably stronger. So in terms of the main compartment then, i.e. the one which offers the most storage space, there are some differences. Now the Maxpedition, basically you've just got a zip straight across the top, so you just unzip it and you're straight into the compartment. However, when we look at the OneTigris, the zip is actually contoured around the top of the bag, which enables you to access the contents, I believe, much better and easier. I think this design is more appropriate for the larger bag, i.e. the OneTigris, because basically you can put more stuff in it. It's nearly twice the width of the Maxpedition, and therefore I think you need that additional flexibility. Now you'll also notice that when you open the OneTigris, you actually open the zip inwards towards you rather than outwards. Now I'm not sure whether I prefer this, rather than actually just open the zip outwards and pulling the flap towards you. The jury's out on that one, to be honest with you. So in terms of the lid on the main compartment then, the OneTigris does actually give you an extra pocket basically, which you don't find on the Maxpedition. And also on the inside of the lid, you do get a second zipped compartment underneath, but clearly, the design feature allows for this because you haven't got the zip going straight down the middle basically. So inside the main compartment then, they both have separators in there, and they have neck compartments basically. Now when you feel the Maxpedition, it does appear to be much more stiffer and therefore presumably stronger than the OneTigris. However, in the main compartment, the OneTigris does actually have a drain hole, whereas the Maxpedition does not. Now the side pouches are features which I love about both of these products because they allow you to separate and compartmentalise your stuff. Now the side pouches or pockets on the Maxpedition are a little bit smaller than the OneTigris, but nevertheless they're still both very useful indeed. In the side compartments then, once again, the OneTigris has the drainage holes, but the Maxpedition does not. And you'll also note that on the OneTigris there is also some webbing on the side of the pouches, whereas you won't find that on the Maxpedition, but I don't necessarily think that's a major detriment if I'm honest with you. Now on both of these there is a feature which allows you to basically fold up the waist strap and basically just tuck it away, or alternatively if you are using these and securing them around your waist, that sort of pouch which is there, basically it does enable you to store something, providing it's quite flat, because it's obviously going to be against your body. Now you will of course notice that both of these bags have an abundance of webbing, and to be honest with you, I'd go so far as to say it's excessive. So yes, on the one hand it is nice to have a number of attachment points for smaller items, but having said that, the more attachment points are with some people, the more temptation there is to hang things from them. And I mean, I've been in this situation before, and you have bits and bobs jangling around and getting in the way. So I personally aren't a great fan of the webbing, but clearly it does give you additional carrying options for securing smaller bits and pieces. So in terms of the straps then, you will notice that the straps on the Maxpedition are wider than those of the OneTigris. Now, given the fact that the OneTigris is a larger bag, you would think it'd actually be the other way around, but it isn't. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. But I think it's fair to say that the straps on the OneTigris do appear to be adequate, but the straps on the Maxpedition do appear to be stronger and more durable. Now you will notice that if we turn the bags over, that the OneTigris does have an advantage of having compression straps, which will enable you to fold up, say for example, a tarp or a light waterproof jacket or hat, which you can actually attach underneath the bag without it getting in the way. Now it is possible to attach something to the underside of the Maxpedition, but it's easier said than done basically. It's not going to be anywhere near as easy, but obviously it can be done if that's important to you. So if we check out the handles then, it's fair to say that both of the handles on both of the products are strong and secure. But in terms of comfort, I'd give the nod to the OneTigris on that one. They do appear to be softer and more comfortable. However, it is fair to say that the handles on both of these products are more than satisfactory. Now you will also notice that the side pouches on the OneTigris, they do actually have webbing on there, so you can attach smaller items. It's not possible on the Maxpedition, but as I previously mentioned, I don't think this is necessarily a detriment. Now when we're comparing the two side by side, it will become clear that another big difference between the two bags is the fact that the OneTigris does actually come with a shoulder strap, and it's secured by two swiveled D-rings basically. However, whilst it is possible to attach a shoulder strap to the Maxpedition, you're going to have to buy it separately basically, and that obviously does bump up the price. Now both of these bags do come in a number of different colours, so obviously that will suit your individual preferences. So let's just go over some of the specs very briefly then. So in terms of size, the Maxpedition is approximately 11 inches by 7 inches by 3.5, and I'll put the metric equivalent on the screen. The OneTigris is slightly bigger, 13 inches by 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches, and again I'll put the metric equivalent on the screen. So in terms of the material which these bags are made of then, the Maxpedition certainly appears to be stronger and far more durable. That's made of 1000 denier ballistic nylon, which has been Teflon treated, the fabric has anyway, to make it more resistant to dirt and presumably water as well. The OneTigris, it's fair to say, it's also made of a 1000 denier nylon, which is in itself very durable and water resistant, but in terms of the actual build quality and longevity, I'd give the nod to the Maxpedition on that one. In terms of the actual stitching on both bags, the Maxpedition is actually stitched with high tensile nylon thread, and the OneTigris, although I couldn't find anything which specified the nature of the nylon thread, I'm just assuming that it's one of your typical industrial standard products. So in terms of the zips then, the Maxpedition is made of high strength, presumably nylon zips, and these are absolutely fantastic. The zips on the OneTigris are simply described as heavy duty. I think it's fair to say that both of these, the zips on these are going to be fit for purpose, but clearly the Maxpedition is definitely going to be stronger and more durable, in my opinion anyway. So in terms of conclusions then, Now, when I initially purchased the OneTigris, I was absolutely delighted with it. And you know, let's be clear about this, I still am. However, at that point, I didn't have anything to compare it with. And then the Maxpedition came along, and after spending a very short period of time with it, it became clear that this was a far superior product because it definitely has a better build quality, it's more sturdy, it's made of better materials, which inspires confidence, and you know straight away that you've got your hands on a piece of kit which will probably outlast yourself. And that's not to say that the OneTigris is a bad bag, because it's not. In fact, I think it's actually a really nice bag. But if you're looking for a sort of a one and done purchase, then the Maxpedition is definitely the way to go, providing of course that it actually meets your needs, because you know, let's not forget the fact that the Maxpedition is a slightly smaller bag, and not only must it meet your current needs, it must meet your future anticipated needs. So in other words, it's something which should enable you to grow with it. And you know, although I haven't been in this situation, I would put money on the fact that if you tested both of these products side by side and put them both through the same rigors, the Maxpedition would win hands down. But that's not the end of the story, is it? Because you know, we've got to have a look at the value for money aspect. Now, the Maxpedition is roughly 50% more expensive than the OneTigris. So would you rather go for the Maxpedition, or would you rather buy the OneTigris, save a reasonable sum of money, and then if at some point in the future you need to replace this product, basically you've got a very substantial contribution towards a new one. So you're not really going to get 2 for 1, but I mean, you know, you're not going to be that far off. And you know, this is where it becomes less clear. I mean, look, my recommendation would definitely be wait and see. If you have a wish list, I would constantly monitor both products, particularly the Maxpedition. And if you're in a situation like I was, where it came on special offer, I would absolutely snap it up. And as I say, that's what I did. In terms of what I've paid for both of these bags, I bought the OneTigris for 40 quid, and I bought the Maxpedition on special offer for £50, or just under actually, bar a few pence. So in my particular situation, I paid only £10 more for the Maxpedition, and when you're comparing those sorts of prices and value for money, there's no contest whatsoever. Maxpedition is definitely the way to go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.